Hello, hello. Am I on? Yes, I think I am. Hello, hello. I'm Julia Quinn. It's my turn now to do my project for the Global Share Fair, and I am sharing with you this lovely golden vanilla project featuring my new favourite fold, one I've been playing with a lot of projects, and it opens up for a little surprise inside. So it's just basically a gatefold with a little surprise inside, and I am using the Golden Greenery bundle with the stamp set and the dies, and also the Greetings of the Season stamp set and the dies that coordinate with it. And I'm trying to make a card that doesn't do Christmas but uses the same stamp set to show the versatility of this stamp set and the gorgeous Season of Green and Gold paper that goes with it. Okay, I'll just pop them out of the way for the minute and pop you over here. Now I've got my vanilla cardstock, and I've scored it in 4 pieces. If you want all the measurements, everything is on. I've cut out all my bits and pieces, you can see here. All of the measurements and all of the supplies are on the tutorial. If you want the tutorial, just contact the demonstrator who invited you to the Global Share Fair, and she can get it for you. And it has all of the measurements both in metric and in imperial for all of our projects, and all of the instructions and supplies. So that's a really fabulous resource for you. Okay, so there you go. It's my card base, just folded into 4 equal pieces in a concertina fold. Okay, so that forms the basis of your card. And then the next important bit for your card, I'll just pop all these pretty things out of the way. Look at this lovely gold foil. Doesn't it look beautiful? Now, I am using wild wheat with the Very Vanilla today, and I think wild wheat goes well with gold accents. I think it's a good compromise. So I've got one like that, and I've got all of the pieces of Designer Series paper are mounted onto a piece of wild wheat, so I could probably go through and pop all them on. But what I wanted to show you before I did that was the mechanism. So I got a few of those. The mechanism for the card. Okay, so there's all the panels for each of the panels. So it actually, when you finish making the card, it actually has quite a lot of structure because it's got cardstock front and back of all the pieces. But this is the important thing here. 2 tiny little innocuous pieces of scrap paper can be any size you like, really. They just have to fit underneath the central image, and they're just scored in the middle. Okay, so these score lines, open side, have to go butt together. So the 2 score lines butt together, and they butt up against the middle score line in your card. Okay, so I'll just pop some seal on the back of those, and they can go anywhere on your card, really. I'm just putting mine right in the center. Pop them there. Now if I hold that up for you so that you can see what it looks like. Okay, so those little pieces there open out either side to create the fun pop-up bit in the center of your card. All right, now let's just pop you there, and I'm just going to mount all of these on the back of the wild wheat very simply and easily. Excuse me. So I've only left a tiny little. These are the 2 for the front panels of my card. I love that pattern of the vanilla and gold. I think it's a beautiful combination. There we go. And this is another one. See, it's got the green on one side and the gold foil with the vanilla on the other side, and I'm just using, I have said before, I do love working in monochromatic tones. I just find it easier. Now, I'm not going to do that one yet because I want to stamp on that, but I will do the Designer Series paper ones to do them. Hang on. There we go. Okay, so these 2 are for the inside of my card. Let's see if I can match up. Not that it really matters. Match up the design where I cut them. Nope. Not that it matters. I said that, didn't I? So let's just pop these in here. So 1, and they're covering up that bit where you've stuck it in the center of your card, okay, on either side, and you're left with, so this one gets covered up by your designer series paper feature there, one on either side, just right inside those score lines, and then you're left with your little flappy bits there, okay. And also then for the front, now these definitely I should be able to match up, and that's right, that's exactly how it goes. Oop. That one on that side, I just like them to match up. You know how you have stripes and tartans on your clothes? I just like them to match up neatly. And seeing I cut the paper right beside each other, it should match up quite nicely. There you go. Oop, hang on. There you go. So that's the front of my card, and inside you've got that lovely little pop-up element. And before, this is going to sit right on top of them. But before I do anything, let's do our stamping. Okay, we've got these three. One for the front, one for the inside, whatever shape that is, and then my two writing panels on either side. I'll just get a bit of scratch paper to put in there. Okay. So for this little one on the front, I'm going to put love and joy. I'm hoping this card will be sort of a wedding card type thing, maybe, but it could be for anything. So that's my greeting down the front. There is love and joy. Okay, that's done there. And then for inside on this tag, I want to put, this one says it's the most wonderful time of year, but I just want to put it's the most wonderful time, which could be a birthday or an anniversary or a wedding or an engagement. Anything like that. If I find the end of this washi tape, here it is, I'm going to, this is just an old piece of washi tape. You could use a piece of post-it note or scrap or something. Just going to stick that right over the top of my, oops, not that far because I don't want to stick it over the T of the of year. Now, I've tried this a few times, but I've just got to remember, so I'm going to ink it up and then take off the washi tape before I stamp. I forgot to do that last time. Okay, so I'm inking up my greeting and then rip off that piece of paper and then stamp it on my tag from the Greetings of the Season tags. It's the most wonderful time, which I think you could use for any time. Okay, pop you in the bin. And then my last bit of stamping is this cute little leafy element, which is also featured on this paper on the front of my card. And I'm just going to pop, how did I do it on this one? A little bit on the bottom, on that side, maybe another one, and a little bit on the top on this side and down the side. And then I also put one for underneath my bells. There we go. And on my original, I did have it stamped again there, but that was actually to camouflage where I accidentally stamped a little bit of the of year, but I don't think I'll do that on this one. Okay, so that's all the stamping done. Close up my wild wheat. And now, pop you out of the way. Stick these on inside my card. These are the two writing panels, so you can write your message to your recipient. One over this side. I love the uniformity of the wild wheat behind each of the panels. I think it gives it a lovely symmetry. And then this one. And then pop you. I have made this card, this design card, using the Thoughtful Journey paper. It works so beautifully. And also the Lily Pond Lane paper. Okay, now for the central feature here, I'm just going to put my adhesive on these two little tab hinge pieces here. right there, and then pop my tag right over the top. Just burnish that, and then we go. We've got our feature there, and then to decorate the feature, I have cut out all sorts of things. Now I've got 2 bells if you're going for the wedding bell theme, or I could put some. This is just a little bit cut off from one I made before. I quite like that. And do I do the bells as well, seeing I've got them cut out? So there we go. So I'm going to excuse me, under this bell, put some seal on you like that, and stick that over the top there. And then this bell, a little bit of seal on you. There is a fair bit of size behind inside this card, so I try not to use too many adhesives inside. There we go. But I am going to use the vanilla ribbon. Look at this satin vanilla ribbon. Oh, there's a join in my ribbon there, but so I'm just going to tie a knot for inside my card, and I'll tie a bow for the front of my card. Okay, here we go. There's my knot. Trim you, and then with a mini glue dot, magical mini glue dot, stick that right above those bells. There we go. So there's the inside of my card done. Okay, that's right. And then the front of my card, I've got this lovely piece here. Now I only want to stick that on this side so that it opens up. So to make ensure I only have glue there, I'm going to flip it over vertically that way, and then use the line of the card to put my seal on that side, and pop that over there. There we go. No extra glue there. And then I'm going to probably trim this a little bit so that it doesn't go over the top. So I'll just give that a chop, chop, chop. And then the rest will be covered up by the bow, probably. Do I want that over that way? Yeah, it's got to be that way because that's the way the leaves fall. I do need to use a little bit of glue on that one. It's just for those couple of leaves there. Hold it in place. Okay, and then my ribbon, I am going to trim that piece off there. I might be able to use that for something, but there's a little join in my ribbon there, so I'll just chop that off. Oops, those leaves didn't stay in place very well, did they? So I'm going to give you the block treatment. Pop a block on you. Okay, now this ribbon, I'm going to make a double satin ribbon. So to do that, you've got your tail. This does all the work, holding it between my thumb and forefinger. And then I'm going to wrap it around my forefinger and my middle finger twice. And then with the tail, the one I started off originally, come up the front of my loops and inside my fingers there. Okay, so there's my, oops. And then at the back, tie a knot. Okay, and this ribbon ties bows beautifully. It's so soft and lush. All right, slide that off my fingers, and I've got a beautifully tied bow. And just because of the nature of the ribbon, it just falls beautifully. Okay, so now move my block, get my mini glue dots, and pop you over the top there. And there is my fun gatefold with the cute pop-up inside. Okay, in the golden greenery stamp set and season of green and gold paper, and the greetings of the season in a card other than a Christmas card. It's the most wonderful time. Love and joy. Now, thank you everyone for joining us. If you want to find these tutorials, contact the demonstrator who invited you to the Global Share Fair and she can share it with you. In the group, there will be an album full of the photos with the video links attached to them, so you'll be able to find them really, really easily. And save the date for our next Global Share Fair. It is the 20th of September in North America and the 21st of September in Australia. Okay, so save the date, 20th of September and the 21st of September. Thank you so much for joining us. We really enjoyed sharing our card making and our creativity with you, and we hope that you will share with us your projects as you made them, inspired by our projects on the Global Share Fair. Thank you so much, and bye-bye for now. See you next time.